Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another electrifying video, and today, it's all about Lara Croft. She's not just a new hero anymore, she's carving her place in the current meta with some of the most dangerous lineups we've ever seen. I'm going to show you 5 of the best Lara Croft teams dominating right now, and by the end, you'll know exactly which ones to build and why. The first team we're looking at is built around Galahad with Oliver, Lyria with Biscuit, Tristan with Fenris, Sebastian with Albus, and Lara Croft with either Mara or Vex. Personally, I prefer running Mara with Lara Croft, since that extra stun duration really locks down the enemy team and gives you more control over the battle. For the team pet, you've got 2 strong options, Axel or Khorus. Axel tends to perform better overall because of the protection he brings, but if you're facing enemy teams packed with control heroes, Khorus can sometimes be the smarter pick, helping you cut through that crowd control pressure. Now, this particular lineup is already quite popular, so it doesn't really need a lengthy introduction. The synergy between these heroes is very straightforward, but also very powerful. Lyria and Tristan play a key role here. They're not just filler heroes, they're specifically here to activate their artifact bonuses, providing much needed armor penetration to the entire team. That effect sets the stage for Lara Croft to shine. Tristan in this composition has an extra layer of synergy. With Galahad and Lyria by his side, he gains energy much faster, which means he reaches his ultimate more consistently. This constant pressure keeps the enemy team on the back foot. Sebastian, as always, is the damage amplifier. His role here is to make Lara Croft's attacks devastating. First, he boosts her critical hit chance, increasing the odds that her strikes will land with maximum impact. Then, his skill striking solo adds pure damage on top of every critical hit she delivers. That's where things get really nasty. So, when you put it all together, 2 heroes providing armor penetration, Sebastian stacking critical chance and bonus pure damage, and Mara stretching the duration of her stun, Lara Croft essentially becomes the centerpiece of destruction. With all this support backing her up, she's capable of wiping out an entire enemy team with a single ultimate. The second team that I really enjoy using features Ching Mao with Cain, Kira with Vex, Sebastian with Albus, Lara Croft with Mara, and Iris with Biscuit. For the team pet, Cain is the go-to choice when there's no heavy risk of negative effects like stun, charm, or silence. But if the enemy lineup brings a lot of control, then Khorus becomes the smarter option to keep your team safe. This setup is all about explosive synergy. Ching Mao provides frontline durability with her dodge and energy generation, constantly fueling her ultimate and artifact to deliver frequent armor penetration buffs. That armor shredding directly powers up Kira, whose ricocheting attacks from dancing blades become lethal once enemy defenses are lowered. Meanwhile, Sebastian is the backbone of the team, boosting critical hit chances and stacking pure damage on every crit from Kira and Lara Croft. Lara Croft herself thrives in this lineup, with Mara extending her stun duration and letting her lock down opponents long enough to unleash devastating ultimates. Iris rounds things out perfectly by targeting backline enemies with her familiar. Combined with Sebastian's crit boost, even her supporting damage becomes deadly. Altogether, this team has the tools to dismantle a wide variety of opponents while staying flexible against different threats. The third team is a very interesting setup, and it consists of Lyria with Oliver in the tank position, Kira with Vex, Sebastian with Albus, Lara Croft with Mara, and Aiden also with Albus. For the team pet, the choice once again comes down to Axel or Khorus. If there's no serious risk of control effects like stun or charm, Axel is the stronger option for overall protection. But when you're facing opponents that lean heavily on control, Khorus is the safer pick to keep the team running smoothly. The whole concept of this lineup is built around Lyria acting as the main tank. She absorbs the bulk of incoming damage while being supported by Aiden. Thanks to their bond, Lyria not only survives longer on the front line but also generates energy faster, allowing her to activate her ultimate more consistently. Every time she does, her artifact comes into play, granting the entire team a powerful armor penetration bonus. This constant boost gives your damage dealers, Kira and Lara Croft, the cutting edge they need to rip through even heavily armored opponents. Sebastian, as always, ties everything together. His critical hit boosts and added pure damage multiply the threat of Kira and Lara Croft, turning every strike into a lethal blow. With Lyria reducing the enemy team's dodge rate, there's nothing left to protect them from the deadly synergy of this duo. Kira's ricocheting blades and Lara Croft's devastating crits combine into overwhelming pressure, and with Sebastian amplifying it all, the enemy team simply melts under the assault. The fourth team is very similar to the third one, but with one key difference: this time Ishmael takes Kira's place. The lineup is Lyria with Oliver in the tank position, Ishmael with Fenris, Sebastian with Albus, Lara Croft with Mara, and Aiden with Albus. For the team pet, the same rule applies. Axel is generally the stronger option unless you're facing opponents loaded with control effects, in which case Khorus becomes the better choice. The strategy behind this composition remains the same. Lyria holds the front line, supported by Aiden, which allows her to survive longer, charge energy faster, and activate her artifact more frequently. Each time she does, the whole team gains an armor penetration boost, opening the way for your damage dealers to cut straight through enemy defenses. Where this team shifts is in the choice of Ishmael over Kira. Ishmael is a powerhouse when it comes to single target destruction. Once his critical hits start stacking with Sebastian's support, he becomes nearly unstoppable. Sebastian boosts his crit chance and stacks pure damage on every successful strike, making Ishmael's attacks exponentially deadlier. Combined with Lyria's ability to reduce enemy dodge, Ishmael's blows are almost guaranteed to land, turning him into a relentless finisher who can shred tanks or backline threats alike. Meanwhile, Lara Croft continues to provide massive burst damage with Mara extending her stuns, ensuring that enemies stay locked down long enough for Ishmael to unleash his full fury. With Sebastian empowering both damage dealers and Aiden keeping Lyria alive, this team creates a deadly balance of control, survivability, and overwhelming critical damage. The fifth team I want to highlight brings together Lyria with Oliver, Lara Croft with Vex, Sebastian with Albus, Aiden with Merlin, and Fafnir with Mara. The team pet is usually Axel for overall protection, though Khorus can be swapped in if you're expecting heavy control effects. The whole idea here is to keep Lara Croft alive while enabling her to deal overwhelming damage. Lyria bonds with her through bonds of alliance, granting both vampirism. This means every time Lara lands a hit, she and Lyria heal, giving the frontline constant sustain. On top of that, Lyria's artifact provides the entire team with frequent armor penetration, solving Lara's usual weakness and letting her crits cut straight through tanks. Sebastian then takes Lara's damage to another level. With his artifact and battle song, he dramatically boosts the team's crit rate, while striking solo adds bonus pure damage to every critical hit. When Lara crits, she doesn't just hit hard, she hits with an amplified strike that can take out an enemy in a single blow. Aiden links with Lyria using bonds of flame, sharing their health pools and reinforcing the front line. This makes Lyria sturdier, keeps Lara safer, and ensures the team can withstand heavy bursts. Fafnir rounds out the team, shielding Lara with his runic shield whenever she drops low. This shield can even block a lethal blow once per battle, giving her the chance to fire off one more ultimate. Offensively, his weapon enchantments and stacking armor penetration further boost Lara's output, perfectly complementing Vex's deep wounds, which increases physical damage on marked targets. Altogether, this lineup combines vampirism, health sharing, crit amplification, and life-saving shields, making Lara Croft both hard to kill and capable of demolishing an enemy team on her own. And that wraps up our look at the 5 best Lara Croft teams in the current meta. We've seen how different lineups bring out her strengths, from creep stacking setups to survivability focused builds, but in every case, the key takeaway is clear: when Lara is supported the right way, she has the power to demolish entire teams almost single-handedly. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these Lara Croft teams have you tried? Do you have a favorite combination of your own that's been working in Guild Wars, Arena, or Clash of Worlds? Drop your experiences in the comments. Your insights help the whole community grow stronger. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next strategy video. Remember, knowledge is power in hero wars, and the more we share, the more unstoppable we all become. Salute and friendship.